Hello everybody, welcome to It Was Tuesday with your host James Chen, aka Jay Chenzor. Thank you guys for tuning in here. Today we are doing another match analysis. It's going to be a little bit of a shorter one, and it's going to be one that I in particular am interested in myself because it involves A.K.I as a character that I've been trying to learn a little bit, but there's a lot of other reasons why I wanted to analyze this as well. This match came on the heels of CPT UK Ireland that just took place this past weekend that I commentated with Jammers, and Broski is one of the premier A.K.I players in the world right now. He's very, very good with the character. What's interesting about this was literally the night before we started the top 16, I was watching Broski's stream, and he was playing some A.K.I, and he ran into a player named MuscleNoob online. And so it was A.K.I versus Ken, as that's who MuscleNoob uses. And MuscleNoob just completely ran over Broski. And I was like, yeah, that's about right. And Broski was like, God, I hate this character. And I was like, I agree, Broski. I hate this character. I hate Ken. And so, like, as fate would have it, Broski and MuscleNoob had to fight each other in the top 16 bracket of UK Ireland. But Broski ended up winning. He ended up winning. And so I'm like, how did you do that? And so I actually wanted to analyze this match and just see how he managed to play and how he ended up winning. Like I said, this is a 2 out of 3 match. So we don't have as much information to go by. It could just be one of those, you know what, he just played well that day. But at the same time, Broski's A.K.I is doing a lot of things that I don't do. He's doing a lot of combos that I haven't used, etc., etc. So I actually want to see some of the higher level stuff that he does. And I want to see what's actually, how he actually managed to pull off this win. So let's go ahead and switch over here. And, oh, who's this guy over here? Who's this chump over here? Yeah, that's right. Like I said, I was commentating this weekend with Jammers. Shout outs to Jammers. I think is clearly one of the best Street Fighter 6 commentators that we have right now. I just really like how he commentates. So it was really fun to commentate with him for the first time offline. We've commentated online together, but offline was really, really, really cool. It's a Pantene Pro V ad. I know. Don't hate me because I'm beautiful. Oh God, I'm dizzy now. Don't do that when you're old. Don't do that when you're old. Holy crap. Oh my God. Don't shake your head back and forth to whip your hair back and forth like that when you're old. All right, let's get to this match, shall we? All right. Shut up, commentators. So first of all, what is one of the reasons why I think that this is a bad matchup for A.K.I? Well, largely it's just because Ken dominates neutral. A.K.I's neutral is really awkward. She doesn't have any of these buttons into drive rushes like a lot of other characters has. She has a hard time getting people into the corner. And Ken is just Ken, right? Ken is just absolutely just one of the strongest characters in the game. So playing the neutral against Ken is such a difficult thing to do. She only has one speed of the fireball, which we see him throw out here. Now, obviously, for A.K.I, one of her strongest strategies is OD fireball and then drive rush behind it. Problem is, if you do that, that costs 3 bars. So you can do regular fireball and a drive rush, and that's actually a pretty decent tactic over there. But you can see right here, right away, he does the OD fireball, follows it, and what he's actually trying to do here, he plants the puddle. Now remember, the puddle is every time you're standing on it, you get poisoned. So as long as you're standing on the puddle, you're poisoned, and you get poisoned for 500 damage. And if you stand on the puddle, it keeps resetting it, right? You just stay at max time. And then when you get off the puddle, you lose 500 damage. The reason why A.K.I kind of wants to do this a little bit is to try to control that mid-range space a little bit, make it so the opponent feels uncomfortable engaging at that range where Ken would dominate. And so that's something that Broski plants here right away to try to get that established. That right there, the little slither that he went into, was to predict a fireball. And if he actually sees a fireball, he would stab right through it. Now, actually, there is something I really, really wanted to test here. Because there was something that I actually wasn't sure of. I should have had Street Fighter 6 started up already, but I want to test something. When I was watching these guys use the punch follow-up to the slither, it was actually looked like it was projectile invincible. It looked like it was actually going through projectiles. Every time I've tried to use it to counter a projectile, I've always tried to wait until the projectile passed over my head. So I might just be mistaken over here. It might actually be projectile invincible. According to FAT, the app on mobile here that I'm looking at, says upper body is projectile invincible on frames 1 through 19, not including the 11 frames of the stance startup. So I just want to see how lenient this is. I want to test how lenient this move is to actually going through projectiles. So this is something that we can all kind of learn together here. So there's also Hikaru, I think is his name, Hikaru, in Japan, who was an amazing, who was also an amazing A.K.I player in Japan. There's a few other A.K.I players out there that are fairly strong, but those two I think are the main ones right there. And let's do this with Ken over here. So what we're going to do is just have Ken throw a light fireball, and I'm going to try to do the punch follow-up off of the slither at various timings to see just how easily I can make it through it, basically. So let's actually record Ken over here on input. Let's just take slot 1 and have him do this, like so. And so now let's actually go to the replay over here. So now I can just kind of do this. Okay, so how many, let's see. When did I get hit by that is the question. Oops. Okay, so I did get hit there. Did I catch this in time? I did not catch it in time, I don't think. Because I just wanted to see how many frames I went into before it got hit. But let's test it out a little bit more. Okay, you see how the beginning of it does go through fireballs pretty decently? Like that, see? Look at that. Yeah, you don't have to wait till it goes over you very far at all. Okay. And especially if it hits, too, because then you freeze in your projectile invul frames. Ah, okay, so if you can hit him, you freeze even when the fireball is like that. Okay, there's a trade right there. Okay, okay. So one of the things that people have said is that it works really well on Luke. And now I realize why. Because Luke's fireball has no travel time. It just goes away. So if that's the case, then you probably could almost never get hit by Luke's fireball unless you just happen to do it as stupidly early as possible. So let's just do like the heavy fireball. Well, let's see. Do we want to do medium? Yeah, let's do heavy fireball. Because it travels so far across the screen so quickly. Okay, that's too early. That's still too early. There you go. Look at that. Okay, still a little too early. You have to kind of wait until right when he throws it, or maybe even a little, oh, even a little before he throws it, you can still do it. Yeah, okay, so that's what Mono meant to me. Like, you can almost always hit this pretty safely. Like, I was waiting until it went over my head, but you actually don't have to do that. Okay, so that's really good to know. That's very valuable to know here. Whoops. Yeah, that's too early again. Yeah, that's good to know. Okay. Okay. Good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff to know. All right, let's get back to this matchup over here. So again, the reason why I was researching that is because clearly that's what Broski was looking for over here at the start of this match. As you can see, once again, comes over here, sets out the poison, goes down right here looking for the fireball, didn't get it, so immediately comes back up here. And so now what MuscleNoob does is one of Ken's best tactics to get in. Throw an OD fireball against the regular fireball and drive rush in, because if that OD fireball hits the regular fireball, it freezes for a second, and because of that, when it hits the opponent, Ken can easily combo off of it because of that little bit delay. It gives him more frames before the OD fireball reaches the opponent. And there you go. He just runs in there and boom, he's in there kind of for free. And so here we go. And he has the plus frames on the standing heavy punch over there. Whoop, like that. And then so he takes advantage of it. And here's the pressure. Now, interestingly enough, I mean, this might be a player thing that they're used to each other. Because Broski checks with the medium kick here. If he went for the low kick, the light follow-up, it would have frame trapped A.K.I. But he goes for the medium kick and hits MuscleNoob out of the overhead. This might just be a Broski versus MuscleNoob thing that Broski knows MuscleNoob likes to go for the overheads. Because keep in mind, MuscleNoob's style is to be very wild. He implements a very, like, a lot of players like Ceroblast, Marn back in the days, like when he used Mika in 5. There are certain players out there whose tactics are literally just be as overwhelming and crazy as possible and really catch people off guard. That is clearly MuscleNoob's MO. In Street Fighter 6, because watching him play during the course of this tournament, he was very much being very aggressive and being very, very crazy. So this might be just something that Broski knows. Now, again, A.K.I is a character similar to Falk in that she has kind of this pseudo mid-range zoning, especially with that Serpent Lash there, but Serpent Lash is very negative on block. It's like minus 12 or something like that. So you do have to be very, very, very careful with it. Let's see, LP Poison Whip is minus 8 on block. Minus 8 on block, so you do have to be careful with that. So, but 14 frames of startup here. Okay, he's trying to zone with that, but basically what he was hoping was that Ken was going to run in after this, so he swings away, but instead MuscleNoob walks up, gets the whiff punish, and now the corner. So this is a very difficult situation for A.K.I to get out of. She does have the OD slide, the command dash, which is a strike invul, but it is throwable. So she is a character who is very susceptible to throw loops here. And so we start right here, and MuscleNoob goes in with the attack right away, gets the shimmy, and already getting a lot of damage there, and tried to go for a second shimmy. Basically went for the empty jump throw fake, backdash, throw out the standing heavy punch, hoping that Broski would try to throw. Then goes into the heavy Jinrai kick on block, so that the light kick follow-up has no gap inside. Otherwise, Broski might have been able to teleport out of, not teleport, or command dash out of there. That's a sequence I gotta use more. Standing medium punch into the fireball. Now, standing medium punch has no range, mind you. Despite the fact that this move looks like it moves forward, it has no range. But just learning to cancel into fireball is just generally a nice little tactic right here. I mean, you're probably a little minus, but at least you build some space. And he's going to get out of the corner and hit with the jumping down heavy punch, which is the cross-up button for A.K.I. So this was just a good read on his part that he makes it over right when he decided to swing with the kick. So he gets the punish counter here. And now he has the setup for the dash overhead Meaty to take advantage after this. Instead he does double dash, so he's going for a different setup, and in fact he goes for a throw. Now, one thing to keep in mind with A.K.I, and I think I say this during commentary right here, If Aki actually gets you poisoned and then throws you like this, and then throws one more time, I think she still has time to trigger the Toxic Blossom right there. So the Toxic Blossom is still intact at this point, right? So normally if you actually throw once and then throw twice, if I did it a little bit later, the Toxic Blossom runs out, right? So the poison doesn't last forever. Like I said, 500 worth of damage right there. But if you actually do, you know, something like this, and you set up, whoops, if you do something like this, go for a throw, and then dash up throw, and then you go for the Meaty instead, you can still trigger the Toxic Blossom, I'm pretty sure. I might have missed it right there, but let's see here. Yep, see, the Toxic Blossom still triggers there. So you can get 2 throws and then into Toxic Blossom still. And Broski gets 1 throw here. Oh, but he threw back. He threw back over here, unfortunately. So not sure why he went for the back throw. Might have been just a little bit of a defensive throw right there. Maybe he saw the drive parry and he was like, oh God, quick throw. And so he throws him back here. And that's that back throw into towards heavy kick, drive rush. I'm not 100% sure is a true Meaty. Because I swear I've gotten jabbed out of that before. So let's actually see here. Oof. You see how far away I am? So I actually have to travel a little bit. See how there's 4 frames? There's 4 frames. So that's a trade. So that's a trade with the jab. I don't think it's a true Meaty. I don't think you can actually get this as a true Meaty. I think at best you can get it as a trade, unfortunately. So let's just test it like this here. Yeah, see how it trades like that? Now, the interesting thing after the trade is that I'm plus 13. I'm plus 13 off of a trade. That reaches. Okay. Huh. Hey! We're finding new Aki tech here. Oh, I actually beat it that time. So there is a beating it timing. So there is a timing in which you can beat it. Okay, so if I do hit that, if I actually do hit that, well, so I can react to the trade with Fierce Fierce, but if I actually hit it and get a counter hit, I can probably get a standing strong, I would imagine. Let's see here. Yeah, I can get a standing strong after that. So there you go. If you hit, go with the standing strong. If it trades, do a Fierce Fierce afterwards. Okay, so it can be a true Meaty. It can be a true Meaty. Very difficult timing. You could use different buttons. You can use like standing medium kick as a Meaty as well. That will be a true Meaty if you use standing medium kick. But at least that proved to me right there that the forward heavy kick is possible to do here. So he gets the hit. Oh, he even links it into the heavy kick. He links it into the heavy kick. And that was a counter hit as well. So there you go. So if you get that. Oh, plus the other thing too to note here, that's a punish counter. So he couldn't roll backwards. That was a punish counter, so he couldn't roll backwards. So instant version of this will definitely be a true Meaty. Okay. Okay. So if you get the punish counter on the back throw, you get the guaranteed true Meaty with this pretty simply. And he gets that into the heavy kick, into the follow-up, into this. Then he goes for juggles. So he goes for extra juggle. Whoa, what is this? This is one of those paths that I saw that I was like, wait, what is this? I've never seen this path before. So heavy here, dash up roundhouse into the EX. But it doesn't do the follow-up stab because he's no longer poisoned, right? So Blossom, no, not poisoned. So you just scorpion yourself in there, and you get another drive rush into low jab, into the medium one to trigger the Toxic Blossom, into heavy kick, into the OD version of the arc kick, the arc stab here. Interesting. Into the level 2, which still wasn't enough to kill, because holy crap, that was there was no damage on that. Okay, so oh, drive rush afterwards. Drive rush, of course. And then what did he do again? He did drive rush, heavy kick into the OD kicky kicks. So he did there we go. So that's that combo. And if you happen to have a level 3, you can level 3 there as well. So I keep forgetting what I'm supposed to do. My brain is not working. Oh, I'm out of drive gauge at that point, so I can't do the drive gauge, the drive rush at the end there. So I just have to do raw right there. So yeah, almost full bar required for this combo over here, but as a finish you off combo right there, it's just under 50%, so that's pretty good. Unfortunately, the level 2 does no damage, but here we go. So how did this match turn around? It was really this was the big turning point for this round right here, is he got out of the corner, punished that, and that just snowballed from there with Broski just landing everything, right? He gets the throw against the punish counter, he gets the drive rush meaty, and he gets to do the big ol' combo with the super corner carry over here. That is really impressive corner carry, by the way. I mentioned earlier she doesn't have great corner carry, but that was amazing corner carry. And then she just baits out the DP. So that match was almost literally won off of the backs of that escape from the corner with the jump down heavy punch right there. So MuscleNoob really didn't get a chance to just really kind of lock Broski down or anything. All right, so now second match over here. Well, that wasn't a counter hit for MuscleNoob. So there was a drive rush in there. Broski ends up winning somehow, even though drive rushing second. Does that to be safe. That is still minus on block. I think it's -4, but you're almost never in range to get hit by a 4 frame. MuscleNoob throws out the medium kick. It is not a counter hit, so he can't link off of that. That is a trade. No DP. Oh, tries the drive reversal. Interesting. So he tried to drive reversal the drive rush cancel. Yeah, MuscleNoob, however, being patient and drive rush cancel blocking. A backdash in the corner. So again, this is death situation for A.K.I. You're in the corner here. Not a fun situation to be in. However, and he does the fake too. He does the whiff light punch into the overhead. That's the frame kill for that. But instead he does whiff light punch into run stop to basically get a meaty throw. That's kind of the mix up right there. But again, Broski with the right read, the backdash, even gets the punish counter. And he even optimizes the punish counter too. That's so smart. It's just good awareness. It's not jab, jab, up thing. He does jab, link into standing medium punch into ups. And then he's probably going to do, so he does the slide into the throw. So that's a true meaty setup for A.K.I. But MuscleNoob wakes up with the ODDP because he wants to keep Broski in the corner over here. So he goes for the meaty heavy punch. Yeah, and here we are back in this situation again. And see, this is the second time now Broski has used medium punch into fireball to try to build some space in the corner. I'm going to have to remember that. And then he manages to sneak out of there because after he does that, I mean, you really have to have a read that they're going to command dash to throw him right there. As the Ken player, you just have to have the read and throw. Now, when she passes through you with the OD slide, she becomes entirely hit invulnerable. And then, let me see. Strike invincible on frames 1 through 34, vulnerable on last 8 frames of recovery, if the slide doesn't pass through the opponent. strike invincible for the entire duration of the slide. For the entire duration if the slide passes through the opponent. So then for those last 8 frames of recovery, oh, actually during the any time of it, you can be thrown. But if you do manage to make it through with the OD slide, you cannot be punished by a hit anymore. So as soon as you pass over, the only thing you can do is throw. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind when you're fighting against A.K.I. So you can see Broski trying to build space, but unfortunately accidentally gets up into the fireball, so he meaties himself. I think he tried to do the double kicks maybe to interrupt the rushing Ken, but he accidentally meatied himself for the fireball, so that drive rush standing heavy punch afterwards. And into the level 3, and MuscleNoob decides to finish A.K.I off over here. Yeah, the tricky thing is that the beautiful thing about A.K.I is when you can build this distance right here, OD's slide to get out of the corner is very effective. Because like I said, it requires a hard read from the opponent to be able to throw you in this situation. And so they're trying to try to get back in, but a little wary. It's just when you get knocked down and you're immediately dealing with the A.K.I, where the OD command dash, the OD slide, isn't as practical because people like to go through meaty throws in that situation. All right, so MuscleNoob gets this round over here. So that's starting to look a little more like what we expect from Ken. And, you know, the way that I would summarize that round is, you know, MuscleNoob got Broski in the corner a little bit over there, but then also kind of got that lucky situation even after Broski managed to get out of the corner. All right, whoa, just throws that, the EX Serpent Lash right there, the OD Serpent Lash, which will make it through projectiles if I'm not mistaken. Let's go back to Ken really quick just to prove that. There we go. So if I make Ken jump and throw a fireball. Yep, you see how it erased the fireball and then still hit him? Like that. So yeah, so there you go. I think that's what Broski was looking for. He was looking for the fireball to start. So that didn't happen there. This is like minus 14 on block, so you have to be careful. Obviously, from that range, Ken's not going to be able to do anything to you. And I don't know what Broski did. He just walked into that. I think he dashed forward by accident because I'm pretty sure that's her dash animation. He probably tried to hit like forward or try to do some move, but hit forward again, dash forward, and ate this damage. And now he's in the corner. So whiff roundhouse into throw, I think, is a true meaty. So he tries to shimmy again. MuscleNoob trying to shimmy, and you see the heavy punch right there, and he cancels once again into the heavy Jinrai over here. There is a gap in between that, but you have to be pretty brave to try to interrupt it. And see, that's a true block string, and it's also a low, so Broski might have stood up and just got hit by that, tries to go for a parry, gets punished, counter thrown. So here we go. This is what Ken does. But again, Broski just finding the right time to fight out. This is nothing but really strong defense. Just finding the right time to hit a button. But again, the powerful thing that Broski did there was confirm the counter hit low jab into the stand medium punch. So even on counter hit and on punish counter, they both link. So he was able to maximize the damage a little bit here and confirm into the Serpent Lash follow-up of the Nightmare Shade over there. And now back to full screen, throws a fireball, drive rush in, overhead, just raw overhead. So again, I want to point out that whatever happens for the rest of this match, that right there, this low jab right here is probably the reason why Broski wins this round. That low jab timing right there is the key moment of this round. Again, a lot of times you watch these rounds and something crazy happens at the end and you're like, he won because he... No, actually, you have to look for things like that. That was the true moment that Broski potentially won this round, because then it led to this overhead where he gets the mix over here. This is a safe jump. He tried to perfect parry it, missed it, and now we're back to neutral over here. Oh God, Ken! Ken doing Ken things, ow! Good patience again by Broski. Oh, you might be dead. Oh, wake up level 3. He did it. So both of these are getting out of the corner situation. So you could put both of them on the same level of importance for how they won the round. The low jab and the read with the level 3 over here. OD fireball, drive rush in there, throws another fireball. Dude, he's just doing he's just chipping away at his life. He's burnt out. Dude, so after this, because of this, he's burnt out here. All these fireballs are doing chip damage here. Look at how much life MuscleNoob is losing blocking these fireballs. Oh, that's painful. But then Broski burnt himself out, which is crazy here. Oh, MuscleNoob tried to chip him to death. He thought that fireball would kill him. No! Pixel! Pixel! So, you know, I mean, in a way, you know, I talked about how did Broski win this match compared to getting beat up by MuscleNoob in the just online ranked the night before. I mean, MuscleNoob kind of gambled away this game. He was definitely in a position where he could have won because Broski just burnt himself out and MuscleNoob was about to get his meter back. If he was a little bit more patient, I think MuscleNoob could have taken this round pretty handily, even at the end there. So, you know, this might just be a situation where, you know, shout outs to Broski, but MuscleNoob gave that game away right there too. So he does have a fireball, but again, what you have to do is be careful in these situations. So in this situation, he threw this fireball, but look at, he's still in block stun here. If he throws a fireball here, he might accidentally trade with that fireball, but then also A.K.I can also chase after you and punish the recovery of the fireball. So he just was never in a plus enough situation to throw a fireball here. So he finally maybe could have thrown, yeah, so he did throw a fireball there, but then he tried to go for the chip. So there you go. You just have to make sure you read the frame situation. So here we go, game number 2 here for Broski. See if he powers him, gets some power up from that nice little win there. This is a move I forget A.K.I just has. I just have to remember to use this move every once in a while. The OD one is plus on block. And so, yeah, he shimmies off of there because MuscleNoob knows it's plus on block. So he tries to throw. And here we go. This is the punish counter combo over here. Sets up the safe jump. He goes for the light kick. The light kick is a cross-up. Unfortunately, it doesn't really work in this situation. The idea is to use the light kick so that it hits whether they back roll or if they get up in place. Unfortunately, this is actually too far to hit, so it doesn't actually safe jump in that situation, which is really sad because it would have been nice if it hit both wake-ups, honestly. You just have to react. So after you do this safe jump, you have to react to which way they're getting up to know if you should use jump heavy punch or jump down heavy punch. There are some setups that make it so that one will cover both. If you can hit it far away enough, then the jumping heavy punch will actually hit both. But MuscleNoob did not punish it, but a great perfect parry from MuscleNoob. And here we are in the corner again. And this time was just Broski reading it. He just read the jump timing here and managed to get away from the throw. And one of my mistakes is I always try to go for cross-up buttons when I jump out of the corner like this, so I get punished when I land, etc., etc. I have to learn how to jump out of the corner without pressing buttons so that I can't get punished when I land. And if you get jabbed out of the air, that's all there's. What's up, F-Champ? What's going on? You play A.K.I as well, but don't you play A.K.I a little bit, I think? Isn't that one of your secondaries? I can't remember. But MuscleNoob here, now using the drive rush cancel here, but now this time, because he didn't bait out the drive reversal, Broski actually managed to get the drive reversal and go for the forward heavy kick. Is that a true Meaty setup? Is that a true Meaty setup? I gotta find out about this. Let's do this side over here. So I can probably just use this again. Oops. That is not a true Meaty setup. That is not a true Meaty setup. So, Broski just got away with that. Broski just got away with that probably because they fought each other enough to know that maybe Dash, Dash I'm +4, right? So if I'm +4, this is a Meaty. This is a Meaty, right? So, that'll be a true Meaty right there. And only give me +3, unfortunately. So probably just better just a Meaty with crouching light punches, honestly. So dash, jab like that, and then you can easily confirm off of that. So MuscleNoob was probably just cautious here. Was expecting Broski to go for a real Meaty dash, but Broski instead goes for the forward heavy kick. Steals a turn, that's plus on block, so MuscleNoob has to hold this pressure as well. And so now, so this is what you can do. This is stealing turns. We've talked about stealing turns. Because MuscleNoob now is like, okay, I'm in a minus situation here. I can't hit a 4-frame because A.K.I.'s 4-frame will beat mine. I'm not going to press a button. Broski reads that situation, throws out another forward heavy kick, drains more drive gauge, and he steals some turns over here. Oh, and then he goes for the ODDP. Okay, because you know what? Dude, look at his gauge. Yeah, because he did the drive cancel. That's why. So he goes from 5.5 to 2.5, and then block, 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 block. All of that's gone right there. And so he's like, you know what? I'm about to be burned out. I'm gonna ODDP out here and burn myself out and get out of this situation. Misses there, unfortunately. So, A.K.I. in China. Is his name Word? Is that actually the name of the player himself? Word. Interesting. Okay, in China, because the ones that I know of are Hikaru in Japan and obviously Broski here in EU, and then of course Automatic plays A.K.I. a lot as well. So he beat Xian and Hot Dog. Crazy. Okay. This is just good anti-air reaction using that the heavy Serpent Lash as anti-air. I very rarely use that because my anti-air sucks. But here we go. He gets the Meaty pressure, gets the now very plus frames because of Burnout, Drive Rush, and naturally plus on block. So that would probably be +9 at this point. I think that's a +9 move. So he definitely sneaks in another one here. And then he goes for the heavy kick. Oh, and you know what? Yeah, unfortunately for MuscleNoob here, MuscleNoob does not have anything to stop that. He didn't have any supers or anything, so that's going to be it right here. He's going to be able to do so much damage here. Now, this is a combo I wanted to test while Nathan hits my hand over here. Hello? Oh, he just goes for another one? Ah, he just wasn't ready for it. And that should kill right there. So what I wanted to do here, though, was the first time he catches him here. So this is the standard combo I see A.K.I.s do. They do this. They do jump attack, kick, strong into medium, and then they heavy kick into bubble, drive rush, heavy kick into scorpion. Oh, no, he actually goes for that thing over there. Follow up like that, and then sets out another poison. So that's what he does in the corner when he actually gets the Burnout situation. I want to test something here. So if I get him like this, thanks, F-Champ, appreciate that. Appreciate that. So in other words, if he does this, so he gets this, oops, I don't have him in Burnout? There we go. Okay, so he's in Burnout here, boom, like this. So he plants this, and then what he does is he does the, okay, let's see. Right? And then what did he do? He walks up and does this, drive rush, heavy kick into that. That's what he does. All right, let's do that again, shall we? Like that. So that was 29.25 damage. 2925 damage. Now, in my research, I swear I found a different combo that actually did more damage. Let me see if I can remember what it was at this point. Whoops. Oh, I missed that one. Okay. What should I do? But see, I'm already doing more damage than that other combo. So I'm pretty sure this is a more damaging combo, and I just don't think the A.K.I players know this yet. But you just start with this. And then what should I do? What can I juggle with over there? Because the nice thing about the other one is that it does set up the really nice meaty situation. How many gauges does this use over here? How many gauges does this setup over here uses? So this is doom, pow, 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 boom, 1 bar. It's only 1 bar. Okay, so that's really powerful. So I need to find something that's similar to this with just 1 bar over here, because I think I can do this, for example. Actually, do I even need a drive rush there? I don't even think I need a drive rush there now that I think about it. Whoops. Whoops. Yeah, look at that. So that hits like that. And then from that point forward, I can probably do... oops. Into the other follow-up. Let's see here. No, that's not what I wanted. Shoot. That's not what I wanted. I want to do this. That's what I want to do at the end. But I just have to build muscle memory, basically. I did the wrong thing, god damn it. Muscle memory is a problem. So that does hit right there, and that's a lot of damage right there. That is a lot of damage, but that requires a lot of drive gauge. So is there a way that I can end it the other way without having to do that? So if I do this... Okay, yeah, let's try that. Let's try that one instead. See, that's more damage. That's more damage than the current optimized route. And that's the same amount of drive gauge used right there. So this is a combo that I need to get out there for people. So most people are doing this right now. Oops, no, that's not what they did. They're doing this. What am I doing wrong here? What am I doing wrong here? I forgot to plant the thing. I forgot to do this. Oh no, that has more damage. Wait, why was it less last time I did it? So that was 3585. Okay, so that is more damage there then. So what did I do that I messed up with last time? Ah! I might have dropped the combo, actually. So that's 3581 right there. And then if I do my version of the combo, that was 3329. So I wonder if there's a better way to do this. Let's see if I do this. Because this already does a lot of damage right there. The problem is that I can't get the this ender, which is what we want, out of that, because that gives you good setup. See, and that doesn't launch high enough. Nothing launches high enough to let me hit that afterwards without spending extra meter. It's a great starter for damage, but it's very difficult to translate it into something that would actually work. I'll experiment with it in the future here, but it'll be interesting to find something, to see if something works, if something is better. Otherwise, that's the optimal right there, because like I said, that's what I see most A.K.Is do. This is what I see most A.K.Is do. And then just finishes him off right there after the second drive rush. So there we go. He is now at a point where he basically is at match point here. So again, just tries to go for the raw jumping, gets DP'd out of the air, and here comes MuscleNoob for the aggression. And this is one of the reasons why, like I said, I think that this fight really sucks, is because and then the other thing too is because if you're a character that does not have an OD get off of me move, you have to hold the medium Jinrai. You have to hold the medium Jinrai. Like that crouching medium kick into medium Jinrai, unless you super, you have to hold it. Like everybody else, you can just DP at this point. You can just OD DP right here. After blocking this medium Jinrai, you OD DP right here, and there's nothing Ken can do to save himself from getting hit. But unfortunately, characters without OD DP cannot. But if you do block the low, remember he is -5. You are -5, you are +5 in this situation. Hit your longest ranged medium button, which is what Broski does. Unless Ken decides to steal a turn with an ODDP, most likely Ken cannot do anything about this stand medium kick. Most likely, because he is -5 in this situation, so all of his moves take 5 more frames to come out, and so he's not going to be able to beat this kick. So if you block the low kick of the Jinrai, make sure you take your turn with a medium button. Do not hit a light. If you hit a light, you will miss, and most likely Ken will whiff punish you with another crouching medium kick into Jinrai, and things will suck at that point in time. So you can drive reversal, but it just doesn't do any damage, and that's a lot of meter used for just getting them off of you. If you're even in drive gauge like you are right now, putting yourself at a drive gauge deficit is never fun. Drive reversaling things when the opponent doesn't spend meter themselves is always kind of like a tough decision to make. You make that decision if you really, really need to get them off of you. But otherwise, you try to do it, for example, when Lily does OD Condor Spire, because then you can get her off of you and not deal with the mix-up. But she spends just as much meter as you do. Drive rush cancels, you go for it, etc., etc. Yeah, you can ODDP there. Like I said, he can steal his turn with an ODDP for sure. But this is Broski fighting for his life outside of the corner over here. Broski trying to fight outside of the corner. Ah, the punish counter! Ah, Ken, why does Ken have this button? And why does it launch? Why does it launch? And he gets big old damage here. Yep. Oh, he goes for the empty jump into the low this time. Last time he did empty jump backdash. This time he went for empty jump low. He's gone for every option except for the throw or the actual safe jump. He's been trying to be tricky this whole time. Sometimes, I mean, a lot of times when I play fighting games, I almost always go for the basic option first, because I just want to establish the standard mix-up first. I want to show people that I'm willing just to do the standard logical thing so that I can start opening up to all the other crazy things. I don't know, that's just me. If you fight me online, just expect me to do the basic stuff at first. Standing medium punch would not have been better there because it would not have reached. I will tell you that much right now. Oh, actually, at that range, it might have. At this range, it might have. Because keep in mind that A.K.I standing medium punch, it has the saddest range. Like, it looks like it should reach farther, but it doesn't. So, like, okay, yeah, it probably would have hit there. It probably would have hit there. So stand medium punch might be better, but the reason why you go for that button right there is this button here is because if Ken actually puts you at the right range, if he puts you at the right range like that, standing medium punch is going to whiff, right? Standing medium kick will hit. So I just don't think, I don't think Broski was at a position where he was, where he felt confident enough to know how far away it was, because he would have whiffed in that situation. So he's going with the standing medium kick option here. Like so. Now, someone asked if Ken throws out the 4-frame button here, would it have actually beat him? Whoops. Let's see here. All right, so let's do this now. Oh my God, I was too far away. Whoop, let me re-record that. There we go. Oh no, I forgot to jab. God damn it. All right, now let's replay this. Trade. It's a trade situation. And I think it's a trade situation because of the ranges, basically. Like that. So it trades and I'm +8. So it's still an advantageous situation for me. Plus another thing is if I can also wait like that, right? If I really am inclined to, I can wait and then I can get that combo off of that. So if you ever hit with a punish counter, stand medium kick, crouching heavy punch combos almost at every single range. Like that. Whoops. Like that. And so then you get a hard knockdown and you get to jump over him and try to get out of there. So that's something too. So Ken's mashing jab in that situation is not necessarily optimal for Ken because they can get whiff punished and that's a dangerous situation there. So here we go. Here's the stupid punish. I'm sorry, unbiased. Here's that totally fair, powerful punish counter combo. Oh my God. This is the second time Broski has challenged the Jinrai. He just knows Broski likes to go for the overhead, so he gets the punish counter on crouching heavy kick. Now, later on in the tournament, he actually combos off of this, which I didn't know you could do. Let me see if I can replicate what he did, dude. Like, he actually did, I think he did this into like dashing jab or something like this. Is it a certain range, Chad mode? Does it just have to be a certain range? Because clearly if I'm right next to him, I can get the crouch jab. So maybe it's a range specific thing that you can't do it if you hit from the tip over here. Oh, dang. Okay, that was further than I thought. Okay, yeah. So there is a max range where it just doesn't hit. But you can get it at closer ranges like this. Yeah. And then that one, that's a distance where the safe jump heavy punch will hit both wake up. Does stand jab actually connect 5 frames? Oh yeah, not close enough, I think. Yeah. Can I even do it at point blank range? No, standing jab is too slow. Standing jab is just too slow here, unfortunately. Okay, you can try that. Can I just do something like this? Oh, come on, Aki. Come on, Aki. So that's 14 frame startup, not fast enough. Like, that totally should have hit. Come on, Aki. But this one here, and if they recover random here, this should be, yeah, see, that's going to be a safe jump no matter what wake up they get. So that's something that's important to know as well. If you land this, that you're going to get a safe jump no matter which way they roll. So that's a good idea right there. Super, let's see here. Super is 10 frames and 10 frames. Maybe level 3. Micro walk! Oh, come on. No, I don't think there's a way to do it. It sucks. Okay, yeah. Sorry, Aki, you get nothing in that situation. Ugh, sadness. Sadness. All right, where were we here? That's right, he gets the crouching heavy punch counter here. How to tell from the frame bars that it's a safe jump? Really, I don't know if there's an easy way to tell. Let me see here. Basically, yeah, the best way to tell is, you see how at the end of 111 there's the little yellow bracket close? That means he got up. If your move hits on the first frame that they got up, and then you land and have your 3-frame recovery right away, that's a safe jump. So basically, if he has yeah, this is the safe jump right here. Because that way, if he has a 4-frame wake up DP, like Lily has, she can punish this because it's 1, 2, 3, 4 and it'll hit you. But most people have a 5-frame startup on their ODDPs, and so this becomes a safe jump on there. So there's only 4 frames right here after they get, you know, after your move connects right here. So that's this is a 5-frame DP safe jump right here, basically. Dude, the frame bar has made labbing this game too powerful. It's too good now. There we go, punish counter, so he was too far away, so he figures he would go for the meaty fireball, which is nice, because it leads into the drive rush mix-up, and he goes for the back throw. So this is another good read on Broski's part, so he gets the side switch over here, tries to bait out the throw with the neutral jump. MuscleNoob doesn't have the reaction to the jump, so he doesn't DP, but at least he doesn't whiff the throw. He blocks, and then Broski goes for another throw over here. Now, you can throw loop with Aki, but it looked like he tried to shimmy here because he walks backwards. Yeah, he starts to walk backwards. So he blocks the jab, and then he tries he probably pressed the button that he was trying to shimmy with, and it just came out there, and he got himself counter hit thanks to the chain right here. And then MuscleNoob tries to get out of the corner by jumping, but good stuff on Broski. Reaction with the heavy kick. It's a counter hit, so he's still going to land on his feet. But Broski goes in for the overhead. Tries to catch him with the overhead. Nice parry to block that. But Broski with good corner pressure here. But unfortunately, one nice little whiff button here. Yep. And then punish counter, drive rush cancel. MuscleNoob probably going to side switch here and go for the level 3. And tried to kill Broski at this point. Not enough to kill yet. But Broski still has all that meter over here too. So Broski is very dangerous. Broski could almost kill with a combo here. Oh, he stopped him, and there's that counter hit again. And he goes into the Serpent Lash follow-up, but doesn't super cancel it. So he saves the meter because he wants to make sure it kills. So now, for sure, the next hit by Broski will kill in this situation. So he tries to catch him walking backwards with that crouching medium kick right there. Then the fireball hits, so he low blocked. Check with the low jab, but too far away! Oh, God. He tried to do low jab and a stand medium punch, but he was too... Oh, low jab, but he was too far away. So back to this, and... Oh! Just the right time to jump, dude. But now you see why Broski didn't spend that meter, because now he is in a situation where he is definitely in an advantage situation over here. And look at this. MuscleNoob spent all of his meter right there. So Broski felt it was appropriate to drive reversal back, knock him back. And here we go, trying to play this game and really trying to burn him out. Oh, here we go. See? This is the one that I saw that I was like, I swear that went through the fireball. Yoink. And he saw it. And look at this. This is the one that made me want to reevaluate how this move interacted with projectiles. I saw that and I was like, wait, does it have projectile invulnerability? Like, I actually was surprised that this hit. And so I had to come in to look at it. Yeah, Chad, feel free. Absolutely. It does, Bliss. It said in FAT, frames 1 through 19 have upper body projectile invul. So that's the way it works. Hey, thank you, Sitbox, for the sub. Appreciate it. So he gets the combo off of this. Oh, interesting. Whoa, okay. That's a different one. So if you get this, for him the best combo is heavy kick into drive rush sweep. Whoa. Every time I land that, I never know what to do mid-screen. I never know what to do mid-screen. Wait, why is he... Oh, because he's not poisoned, of course, right. Ah. Interesting. Can I even combo off of that? What the hell? Like, okay, yeah, no, I can't. Nice. Yeah, having the opponent be always... Well, the problem is, if you set the... It should be poison on reset is what it is. Poison on reset should be the option right there. I like this. That's pretty decent damage, and it leaves them poisoned, and you're plus 32. You're plus 32. So if I dash... That's 19, 32 minus 19. That means I would be plus 13 in that situation, right? So, plus 13 in that situation, which means this will miss, I think. This will miss. Yeah, so that misses. So, dash into, I mean, that'll, oh, you know what? That hits. That'll be a true meaty right there. Perfect. That's all I need right there, so. Yep, just like that. Okay, perfect. Now I know. All right, okay. You can cancel that bubble into super. Yeah, that's really high up. It might whiff. The level 3 will probably connect. Oh, yeah, and he did it too. He dashed, but he did nothing afterwards. So he did this, dash, wait, and then in the meaty throw, he gets the punish counter. And then he hits him with the forward heavy kick, and that's game over right there. So this round right here was just Broski got he just got the start. He got the right read with this right here. And from there, it just spiraled out of control because he got this hit, dash up, boom, gets the punish counter throw, 1 right read, and then 2 right reads, game over at this point. So that's it. Oh no, he dropped the combo. Ah, well, it should have been game over. Because it should have been low jab, up whip, toxic blossom, combo, level 3, game over. But he drops it, unfortunately. And now he's just chipping him to death. Dude, that was disgusting. This was a disgusting... I remember this now. This was a disgusting sequence here. So he gets the throw, loses a bunch of bar here, gets hit, and so he burns him out here. So he decides to just kind of put him in this permanent block, almost permanent block string situation here. Catches him trying to jump out. Meaty into chip death. What is that on block when you're burned out? What is that situation there in generally speaking? Let's see here. Always block. Yep, so he's burned out here. So if I do this into OD Fireball, I'm plus 12. Holy crap. Whoops. Not that close. I won't be plus 12 there. That's plus 5 there. So you have to be careful there. But there's no gap in that one right there. So if I do this, what is that? That's still minus 6. So only the OD Fireball is going to be plus in this situation. So I can do something like, oops. I can do like, like that. Yeah, now I'm plus 16, so I can actually do that, and that would be part of the frame trap as well, because then this would be plus 6, so I can go back. So technically, I might be able to do, for example, if I just change this to fixed, I might be able to do something like, Okay, anyways, yeah, well, he didn't even do an EX Fireball at the end. He just did this into super. He just did that straight up into the super, so, but yeah, you could have definitely done it that way, too. So good sequence there, good sequence. But there you go. Broski just had a great round there, and he ended up taking out MuscleNoob. So, again, this is the thing, right? I mean, I was talking about this earlier in the what is a scrubby fighting game kind of thing. It's just hard for me to say that any character in this game is bad. Like, if you have the ability, you can find a way to win. And the way that this game is designed, I just feel like, you know, the characters are strong enough to be able to win once they get you in the corner. Corner is so scary for a lot of characters here. And you see right here, he just had the right reads at this point. Oh, yeah, read him trying to escape. And then chip, roundhouse stab, dead right there. So nicely done by Broski, but really, honestly, it was just when he got his opportunities, he took advantage of it. The biggest weakness was just that that first round MuscleNoob kind of gave that round away. However, he kind of gave that game away. However, the question is, even had MuscleNoob won that, there is still a chance that Broski could have potentially taken game 3. So there's always that option. There's always that possibility as well. So, but there you go. That's that analysis was a little longer than I expected, probably because I started trying to do some labbing over here. Sorry about that. Was definitely trying to find some optimal combos. If you've made it this far, if I lab like that and I don't necessarily find anything particularly like conclusive. I'm asking this for the YouTube guys at home. Do you want me to edit those parts out, or would you rather have me leave it in like I just did right now? Do you mind seeing me do that labbing kind of stuff? Is that enjoyable, even though it doesn't end up in anything in particular? Is it interesting to see how the mind of a labber works and how they still try to figure things out, you know, and how to squeeze things out of, you know, combos and stuff? Because learning how to lab in fighting games is important as well. So. But I think that'll be it for tonight. Again, really want to wish everyone a happy holiday. I really, really want to make sure hope everybody has a great rest of December into 2024. I know not everybody's had a crappy 2024, but I certainly hope my 2024 is better, because honestly, my 2023 was garbage fire, trash fire. So let's hope 2024 brings me better fortunes and more good news. So, but for everybody, you know, I hope everybody out there is having a good one. Despite having a bad 2023, I'm going to try my best to close this year out well. I'll be doing a few last few streams. I don't know if I'll do a It Was Tuesday next week. I may have guests in town, but I definitely still want to put up some content to YouTube to make sure that I still feed the algorithm. So I will see what I can do about making sure we have some content next week. I do have a cool new Elgato teleprompter. Shout outs to Elgato. They also sent me a Stream Deck. So I'm going to give them a shout out here because they gave me free product and they're amazing and I love them. So shout outs to them for the cool free product. And if you guys want any more information on these products, just let me know and I'll put something up. I'll talk about it more in a future stream or something like that. So not even being in Street Fighter 6 could make 2023 okay. It did make that great. That was obviously a good part, but the stuff that's been going on, you know, it's been a brutal year. I'll talk about it more on my own channel on twitch.tv/jchenzor on the future. So, but anyways, take care, guys. I hope you have a good one. Like I said, have a happy holidays. Have a happy New Year's. Celebrate it with loved ones. Doesn't have to be family. Can be friends as well, because everybody has a different family dynamic. So if family's not right for you, you will definitely be able to find other, you know, people to hang out with. So yeah, hopefully you can celebrate it with family if you are close with them, friends. If you have a good close-knit group of people, and even if you're by yourself, you know, hit up some of these streams, find your best online communities and chill with them. If I'm streaming during the holidays, you're perfectly welcome to come and hang out with me, and I'll wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy Holidays as well. So, but that'll be it for today, and hope everybody enjoys this content. Hope you guys like the match analysis. And remember, the day that this podcast graced your ears was the most important day of your lives. But for me,
it was Tuesday.